So today we'll dive into another suggestion by you guys, which I've been doing a lot of recently, and today we'll be exploring the scenario of what if Lamar died during the mission Repossession. So when Franklin and Lamar open that garage and the Vagos show up, the guy would be quicker on the draw than Lamar and shoot Lamar point blank in the head, dropping him where he stands, and Franklin would manage to get a quick shot off on the bald dude and make a run for it, giving the bike back to Simeon barely and then informing him that Lamar is dead. Franklin would still meet Michael, but when Stretch gets out, he wouldn't really give a single shit. Instead, he'd probably just spend more time with Michael and would come around Chamberlain Hills even less than in the original. This means that the deal with Stretch and D at the recycling yard goes smooth. As for the Hood Safari mission, none of that stuff happens. Trevor, of course, never gets to meet Lamar, and Stretch just keeps doing his thing without a care in the world. But what would all this do for Franklin's character? Well, he'd not only come by his old home pretty much never, and he'd probably be a bit more depressed and down, as he'd from time to time blame himself for Lamar's death. After all, they were best friends, and Lamar's death is not something that he can just drop and forget about it, especially since he was there and he had an opportunity to stop that. And after this, everything stays the same all the way until the last few missions really. So they still work for Devin West, and Michael meets Solomon, they fall out with Martin, get back to Los Santos, begin prep work for the big one, and Trevor finds out about Brad. And there is a change in the Pac-Man mission, and that's that Trevor and Franklin would go on their own without Lamar, and I imagine that Franklin would maybe talk about Lamar on the way up to Paleto Bay, kind of give his side of the story to Trevor, talk about who Lamar is, how he died, and that they were best friends and whatnot. I feel like Trevor would actually listen to Franklin here and maybe relate. I don't know. Maybe just my thought, but whatever the case is, the mission goes a lot smoother since they don't get killed by the cops, which Lamar was responsible for in the original. Franklin still saves Michael from the triads, and they rob the feds. Trevor saves Michael too during the wrap-up, and the mission Lamar down never happens. The crew does the big one, and Michael's on edge because of Devin Weston, just like in the original. Franklin wouldn't be in a mood to celebrate much though, since the whole Lamar situation happened, and he just wouldn't be in a mood to celebrate all that much. He is still filthy rich though, so he's gonna try to keep his mind off of that by thinking about the fact that he has a lot of money. However, how would this affect the end of the game? So Stretch is not a problem in this reality. Taking him off the trio's hit list, this then means that the lineup, I guess, goes like this. Michael gets to take out his knight in shining armor's boyfriend, Trevor gets his favorite rich friend just right away, and Franklin, well, he deals with a bunch of crazy triads who have probably been experimenting with Trevor's product recently, judging by how tweaked out these guys are in the fresh meat mission specifically. And with that said, I want to thank you for watching this What If. This really hasn't changed all too much. It did really remove Stretch from the hit list and remove him from the story entirely now that I think about it. Lamar's of course dead. Franklin's a little bit more depressed. I guess he'd be a little bit more down. He'd probably have that sort of guilty feeling from time to time, and he'd just have to live with it for the rest of his life in this reality, unfortunately. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. Leave your What If suggestions in the comments down below. I like this one, and I like a lot of the ones that you guys are sending me, so keep them coming, and I think that I'll just keep doing the ones that I really like and that I think could make a good story. Until the next video stream, bye bye.